See if he's actually in the stream right now.
Yeah, yeah. Check that out. See if he's in the
He
stream.
is
And
not, so as soon as he comes in, he'll get to pick.
all right, so we'll get a placeholder for him. So if he comes back in at some point, we'll do a. He'll get whatever the next pick is. If anybody wants to put forward, what did I say, 300 bits last time? If anybody wants to put forward 300 bits, you can choose the next place that the guys go. You pick a random number from 1 to 31. I will tell you if that number has already been taken.
So it's time to give. You can give bits, you can give super chats, you can use Streamlabs or Kofi or all that, or Cash App, but you will have to let me know about the last three because I don't get a pop up. And it begins. Where would you like us to go, Tenchi?
Yeah. What random between 1 and 31. I will tell you if it's a number we have already picked.
7.
We
Oh,
have already picked 7.
okay. So you get to re-choose. Give him a minute. Yee.
Mm-hmm.
21.
21? Okay, I don't think we have gotten that one yet. No, we have not. Okay, so unfortunately, this is not going to be another dessert. All right. So, I mean, to be fair, Kim, at least that just means it's going to be backloaded. Um, all right. So, this is what happened. So, and Arch, also to give you an update, they modified the carriage so that there is a nice carrying spot for you inside of the cabin so it could facilitate you because of your very dense human body.
Yes, this is a human body. This is correct.
Bingo, bango, bongo. Okay. So, this time you guys are heading to Larder, which is in the northeastern part
Fuck
of
off.
Calgar. And it's a place that's known for livestock. It's known for cows and pigs and chickens and anything else really. I mean, it's mostly known as a livestock town. It's known as some of the best places that you can get meat.
What's wrong,
And you
Arch? You
guys
don't
are
like the name?
Oh, I don't like the name of the country kitchen.
I don't remember specifically how I came up with that because I was really high when I made this map about 7 years ago.
A
So
larder is a kitchen environment. That's
this is
storage.
true. This is true. I don't remember if the name was random and generated on the site or if I changed it, but I kept it either way. So yeah, you guys are coming into this town. So as your carriage is going down the road, you see out the window, you see these massive fields of cow farms and different other animals kind of just lumbering around in the fields and eating grass and doing all their shenanigans. And then the city itself is relatively, it's not massive in terms of like the skyline. It's a lot of very smaller, like, like 2 to 3 story buildings at the highest, and it's just spread out over this whole inner valley, and it's surrounded by all of these animal pens. So you guys are kind of going into the city proper now. You've kind of passed over and gone from sort of a dirt road type thing with the wagon onto some cobblestone streets.
Oh, this seems nice.
I'm not getting out again to randomly talk to someone. It is someone else's turn.
We
I
could
think
send-
that we need to reevaluate your meaning of nice.
She gets us answers.
Kane
Bro.
is set to be outside of the carriage since he's driving.
Why don't we get
I'm driving?
Yeah,
You're
we've
the
been
driver.
having you. Yeah. You remember you
I
have
mean-
your snack up there.
Yeah, but like freaking, I didn't want to drive. I wanted to eat.
You can
Well,
eat
the
and
thing
drive.
is, yeah, you can't eat and drive, and that goblin is still tied up there. You're regenerating his body as you eat it. And
Have
he
I
is still
mentioned this
screaming.
is not pleasant to look at?
At least we.
Then look the other way.
It's the only thing
slowly
that.
rotate my head in the opposite direction.
Human. Why don't you go talk to people?
Okay.
And I roll off the top of the fucking carriage.
Okay.
I'm so glad we charged him up.
All right, so Arch, you can roll me a search check and see who you find in the street.
God, this really is just Pascal.
It is.
I have rolled it.
All right,
too.
you rolled a 4. You found this could be interesting. All right, you found a homeless deep gnome. He's kind of sitting on the sidewalk with a bottle of whiskey, tattered clothes, and a little pan he's collecting change with.
Hello, small dark man.
You gonna give me money?
Do I have money?
That's a good question.
You should.
17. Yes, you do have money.
I'm gonna eat him when you bring him back.
Okay.
I lean in and I'm like,
How much money?
Enough to buy another bottle of this whiskey, so 10 silver.
Ah, yes. Very classic. Human thing to do is drink. I agree.
You gonna
I'm
give
gonna
me 10 silver to buy another bottle of whiskey, or you just gonna keep standing there staring at me like a weirdo?
I'm going to very carefully put the silver in his cup. Just like the slowest possible stare.
Roll me a dexterity check.
You got to make sure you don't break eye contact.
That is easy. I do not blink.
Okay, you do that. You do that. So yes, you very daintily and very slowly place 10 silver inside of the deep gnome's cup, and then he looks at you. All right, what do you want to know?
I would like to know how and where to find things to cook and make a recipe and do other things.
Okay, what do you want?
That is a good question.
And my head like rotates 180 to look at the carriage.
What do we want?
A restaurant!
I'm rolling for his sanity. You're rolling that 20. He's doing okay.
He's seen worse shit.
He just like is really concerned, but he doesn't want to say anything.
Man,
The
I was
head-
mobile artillery during the last Calgar Imperial War. And by mobile artillery, I mean they fired my ass out of a cannon.
Was it fun?
That's why my legs are gimpy and I'm sitting down.
So the answer is yes.
Yes, life is hard. Am I right? Taxes, feelings, water intake, system diagnostics. It's all strange things when you think about it. Where is a restaurant?
What are taxes?
Taxes. Taxes are a wonderful thing, but it's where I take your money and you can't say anything about it.
Oh, that's probably why I don't know what taxes are. I never had money.
Very true. I shall teach you about taxes. Tell me where a restaurant is.
A restaurant row is that way like 4 miles and like 2 kilometers.
Thank you. I will now teach you about taxes.
I'm gonna kick him in the nuts and take that silver back.
Roll a strike check.
Oh god, no, he's a robot.
Because he's sitting down, so. Alright, so you're gonna kick him in the nuts like a decent amount. Roll me a d6. Alright, that's 5 damage. Alright, so you do 5 damage directly to his nutsack, so this is what happened. So you wind up and you kick him right in between the legs while he's sitting down. Oh god, oh god. He begins vomiting all over the sidewalk. You can take that cup pretty easily.
Yeah, I very daintily and very slowly take the coin back out, and I show him, and I say,
Taxes.
and I walk away.
You're no different than all the rest.
Goodbye. It was nice to meet you. I think you said the restaurant is that way.
And I point to where he pointed.
Okay,
Good job.
Kane.
I like this talking to people.
All right.
That's
Well,
me.
Kane, since he's just kind of on the ground, are you gonna go grab him and eat him, or are you just gonna leave him there?
I'm gonna slice off like 3 of his fingers. This is like a little snack, like they're
Roll me a
carrots.
grapple check.
I can do this. I can do this.
I believe in you. I will help hold him down.
I'm just
Okay,
gonna
then you're
watch.
rolling a grapple check too.
I don't need it.
Yeah, no, you don't. You don't need it. God, you're fucking broken. Okay.
I'm just
Now,
sitting inside, feet
roll
up,
roll me a
watching.
dexterity check to cut his fingers off.
While he's carving him apart, I walk up to the side of the carriage and I lean to look inside and I say,
Would either of you two like to learn about taxes?
Nope, I already know about them. Touch me and I'll turn you off.
Always evade them. I don't
I've
like
got your off button.
All right, so Kane, you rolled high enough to cut off. You cut off his middle ring and pinky finger.
delicious.
Okay, you can take those. He's also screaming now, by the way, so you may want to get out of there before the guards show up.
Come
I'm gonna
on.
slice off his tongue.
Wait, you gonna do what?
A slice off his tongue.
I thought
All
he
right,
said
roll me another
suck his
dex check.
tongue.
If you fail this, the guards are showing up. Yeah, you failed that. The guards are showing up. So, as you're trying to open his mouth to get at his tongue, 2 guards approach. Oh, you halfling! What are you doing there? Why is
I'm
there
just
all
gonna-
the blood on the ground?
So you see, what happened was he was going crazy. He started taking these drugs and started thinking about trying to eat people. I was trying to stop him, I swear.
Okay, as that happens, the deep dome looks up at the guards. He cut off my fingers, man. He cut off my fingers.
See,
So
listen to him. He's
basically,
hysterical.
what's going to happen, Kane, is you're going to have to roll charisma against the deep gnome. The deep gnome is rolling a straight d20.
Charisma.
I imagine you probably have a pretty high charisma as Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh yeah, dude.
Okay, okay, so that's 18. So he has to tie or beat an 18. Okay, he did not. So they believe that he is apparently tripping balls on drugs or something else, and you were simply trying to help him, and that he actually cut his own fingers off. So they both grab the deep gnome. Don't worry, sir. We'll get him the help that he needs. You go along now.
Thank you very much for doing your job and keeping us all safe.
You're doing a great job, sirs.
It's only a day's work for the city guard. You have a nice day now. And you little deep gnome, we're going to bring you back to the kennel where you belong.
Come on, let's
The
get
two
going.
the 2 guards then take the deep gnome away as he continues to projectile vomit all over the sidewalk. So you now have a place to go.
It's gonna poke my head out of the carriage. Good job there.
Yeah, thanks. That's what I do.
Yeah, I noticed you're really good at that. You're gonna have to show me how to be that, trick them that easily. Usually I
finger?
just use the bunny eyes and it works.
Unless it's something that likes to eat bunnies, then you're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
Like the last people. All right, so you guys are going to go down to Restaurant Row, which is a whole area that contains various restaurants in the downtown section of Larder. So as you're getting closer to this, you see that there's a lot of like classic style restaurants. They have tables and stuff that are kind of out on the street. Like, people are getting their food brought out to these tables. They're dining outdoors. There's indoor dining. Some of them have multiple stories. I want you to roll me a search check to see if you can find the most happening place that you can. And everybody can roll a search check, by the way.
Okay. Sorry, I had to answer one of the fans. We have
Oh,
we have our
that's
next place already ready.
I
Or
am
the next person to
asking
choose.
many people who or if they know about taxes.
Oh, dear God.
He has
Okay.
a new mission today.
Look, sometimes improv works.
Oh, fuck you! That was almost a 17.
All right, Kane, you can roll too. Roll me a search check.
Search. There it is.
Damn.
Motherfucker took my 17.
Jesus, Kane. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go with the lows first, and then we'll see what the higher people got. So, Kim, you rolled the nat 1. So, you have no idea what's going on outside. You are very predetermined. You found a place along the way that had bonbons, so you're just kind of enjoying those right now, because you know you're gonna need a palate cleanser after this. Arch, you are busy running your debug cycle, and you're also trying to explain taxes to the goblin who is tied up to the front of the carriage that Kane has been slowly eating and regenerating over time. Except he's in extreme physical pain and not listening to anything that you're saying.
Well, that's fine because I keep kicking him in the nuts repeatedly to try and explain it to him.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, he's tied up. It's not like he can really stop. All right, and Purity, you rolled a 15, so there are some nice places that you see, but nothing that really stands out. Kane, though. Kane, you found the Holy Grail. You found a place that looks... It's like one of those, like, greasy spoon type places, like a diner, but it's but it's packed, and it smells amazing, even to you as a cannibal. And it is called Brown and Crispy.
Crispy.
Brown and Crispy.
What'd you find, cannibal?
What the? I mean, it's it's definitely a little different from my usual forte.
Hey, look, if you're willing to try it, it means it must smell, and I'm gonna sniff the air. Holy shit, that smells good! Let's go
figure out
in.
what it is. Yeah, that sounds. Let's go. Let's go give this a shot.
Alright, folks, stop torturing the goblin. We're gonna go get some food.
Oh, yes, I would like to put things in my meat hole.
I'm not.
that can mean
Yes,
multiple
that's what
things.
it's called.
Correct.
Tell everybody that's what it's called.
I will educate it.
Good job.
You're a walking PSA. Okay. This is what's going to happen if they have AIs make PSA statements. This announcement is for your own good. All right, so is everybody going to head in? Kane, Purity, Arch, and Kim, you guys are all going in?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
I'm gonna give the goblin one last swift kick to the ding dong and then rush in.
After you do that, you do see a visible tear go down his cheek as the pain is becoming nearly unbearable. Just so you know that his soul was crushed long ago. You are just simply aiding in the degradation of it. So yeah, you guys head in the front door. And again, it's kind of like a diner environment. There's a long counter, and then there's a bunch of like booths and stuff that are around. Again, it's not like the cleanest establishment. But we're not talking like cockroaches or anything like that. Just well-worn type of things. Like, there's some chips in the countertop, and the seat, the material for the seats is a little bit worn out. Maybe there's a little tiny hole in a couple of them. That kind of thing. A little bit more run down rather than disgusting. And behind the counter appears to be an orc who is taking orders.
I have a sense of deja vu.
We usually do good with
Have
these
you guys
types.
met an orc yet? I thought it was a bugbear last
It was a
time.
bugbear we met. We haven't met an orc yet.
No, I mean the smells and the environment. They're gonna be feeding something very unpleasant here.
I
mean, it
mean,
depends.
depends on how they act up front. Depends on if they get to live.
Okay, the orc looks at you. You, what you want?
I want fiends to put in my meat hole.
Here, menu. Tell me what want after read menu. My name Berg.
Thank you, Berg. Alright, let's look at the menu.
Okay, you look through the menu. I want you all to roll a search check to see if you can find the most interesting thing on there, unless you want to look in a specific section.
What sections are there?
There are appetizers, main courses, desserts, drinks, and house specialties.
Can I
Mm,
roll 2 searches so I can do drinks and desserts?
Sure, why not? One of them's gonna suck, but hopefully you'll get a
Yeah.
better one on the other
First
one.
one was desserts.
Okay, okay, that's fair enough. And Kane, why don't you roll me a search check as well to see what you spot in that menu?
Woo. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we'll go with the low hand first, which is Kim. So you said the dessert was the 3 and the drink was the 13.
Yep.
All right, so well, the 3, unfortunately for the dessert, you are getting orc lava cake, which is sometimes can be a little gnarly. And for a drink, you're going to get some high quality grog. Um, Now, going to Purity and Arch, who are the next. Well, actually, sorry, Kane is in the middle. Kane, you don't see anything in the menu that piques your interest, but but you still have those fingers to chew on. It's like a bubblegum type thing to like keep
Yep.
you tied over until you
I'm
actually
just gonna
get
start
something.
nibbling them.
Yeah, no, you can eat the deep gnome fingers. You're good. All right, and now we're gonna go to Arch and Purity. So you guys both notice that there's something in the house special section that seems
Did you guys hear him?
yeah.
I didn't.
Huh?
You're-
Why not?
I don't.
I
I don't
bet
know.
well, they can hear me in here, so that might be on your end.
Yeah, for a moment you were silent. The chat saying they didn't hear it either.
Oh, then maybe that's on your recording. So where did I leave off?
You were just about to go to the next person.
Which next person? There's been a few.
Yeah, after Kane.
Okay. So that means that is going to go to you and Arch Purity. So what you guys notice is a section, there's a special dish in the house specials section of the menu, and it says it's the fried larder.
Well, this looks interesting.
Sorry,
It looks
sorry,
like
I
it's
stand corrected.
sweet.
I was reading the wrong part of that. It's called the deep fried everything.
Oh, look at this one. This one looks even better.
Let's try that
It,
one.
it boasts 4 different kinds of meat, deep fried and breaded.
Hell yeah.
All right, so you're going to do that. All right. So the Berg comes back around again and takes all of your orders. So I'm going to roll to see the quality that this comes back at. Again, he's an orc, so don't expect miracles. Oh, yeah, definitely don't expect miracles. Okay, so Kim, your dessert is better than what you expected. It's average. It doesn't taste like rotten ass. And it's actually it is kind of sweet. It's actually this place actually uses pistachio instead of what some people use for orc lava cake, which is snail grindings and jello, um, which is much saltier. Um, but the grog is terrible. Kane is eating his fingers, so I mean he's pretty content with that.
I'm heaven right now, bro.
So we'll roll for the deep fried everything to see how those came out. Ooh, those didn't come out great at all.
Ooh.
Fortunate. Okay. Yeah, I'll give myself a mulligan. Thank you, God. Okay, finally something that you're going to eat that's gonna actually will taste good. Because I think the last session today I rolled low on all of them. All right, so you get a plate, and you can recognize like a couple of things really obvious. Like one of the things that you're seeing is a deep fried chicken leg. It's pretty obvious that it's a chicken leg for the most part. That's really where the obviousness ends. The rest of it is just kind of oddly shaped fried meats shapes. So you're gonna have to eat them to figure it out. The only one that's obvious is the chicken. And remember, it boasts 4 different kinds of meat.
I just want to say that she looks over at me. The helmet lifts up just slightly. The chicken leg inserts and then comes out clean.
That's impressive.
Yes, I had to do a lot of things to get through college.
Yeah, I can imagine. So are we, can I roll cooking knowledge on this?
Yes, yes, you can. And so, well, Arch can technically roll something too if he wants, even though he can't actually taste it. Easy. Never
Dang.
mind. You rolled a nat 20. Okay, so you know exactly what is in this.
I want to roll
The
just to
little
make
kind
sure.
of cube shapes. Go ahead, Arch. What were you gonna say?
As that I want to roll just to see how bad I do.
All right, you're in the middle ground. So, Arch, you can identify the three common types of meat that are in it, and the fourth that isn't, but you can't identify the fourth that is not. So let's go through the common types. So you already identified the chicken based on shape alone. There are some little kind of like rectangular pieces that are actually kind of like steak that has been deep fried and turned into kind of like a bite-sized thing, which isn't bad. Um, and then you also have like a cutlet type thing that's basically a piece of fried pork. So you have pork, chicken, beef, and then there's a fourth one that's just kind of little fried cubes. And they're very light and fluffy. And Arch, you can't figure out what it is, but Purity, you can figure out what it
I
is.
swear to God if it's rabbit.
It is not rabbit. It is flump.
Oh, I remember what a flump is.
Yes, they're also sentient. So for anybody who is not familiar with what a flump looks like, I think most people in here probably are, but in case...
I'm gonna go grab a pic. I'm grabbing the picture.
Okay, you can grab the picture for them. I'll post one in the general chat. That is a flump. It is basically an intelligent, sentient jellyfish that is usually a companion to wizards. In this case, this orc, or various people that he buys from, have domesticated them for meat purposes. So you are eating flump. And by the way, it's not terrible.
Huh. This is better than I thought it would be.
Me happy. Most people don't notice the flump. You very perceptive.
Gotta say, big guy, you cook it excellently. I always heard they were hard to get cooked just right.
It not me. It my cousin.
Oh, well, I would love
and
to
then-
thank the chef.
Is he from Omicron Persei?
Get out here. So after a moment, a kind of hunched over and visibly dumber orc comes out from the back of the kitchen. He has like a chef's hat on, and he goes up next to the guy you've been talking to. We own this place. Me Berg, he
Hello, Erg. Oh, take that as a hi. I'm curious actually how you cook the flump.
We show process.
Oh, thank you.
Alright, so he's gonna lead you in the back room and show you how they actually cook the flump.
Robot man, come with me just in case.
Okay, I will come with you, but I want to keep shoving this thing in my face.
Okay. I mean, you can bring the plate with you.
Yeah, he's just going to be very slowly inserting meat and like pulling out clean bones as he heads back.
The only ones that have bones are the chicken. Everything else is just cubed meat.
He's still pulling out bones. He's got to exude some.
Okay. Is that where
It's
Kane's
one of
been
those where I
is
don't
that-
question it.
Is that where Kane's just been storing body parts as inside you?
I think he puts them in my keister when I am not looking.
It would make sense. You were tied to the roof of the carriage. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. So you're brought in the back room, the Hugh Man and Bunny. And so you guys enter. First, we show you how we prepare flump. And he brings you into the back room, and there are living flumps that are back there that are in cages. First, must wrestle flump out of cage. Then, he beat. So, goes up to the cage, he grabs one of the flump's tentacles and tears it out and begins smashing it onto the ground repeatedly until it stops moving.
I'm just making notes of everything.
Now that Flump is dead, we remove tentacles. Like so. He then pulls out a knife and proceeds to remove all the tentacles, including the eye stalks, to leave nothing more than a meat disc with a mouth.
Huh.
Um,
I
after
will be
doing,
right back.
yep, go for it. After doing this, he then proceeds to skin the flump of its outer membrane, and he then takes the meat plotline. So where did it dump me off?
You were explaining the flump and how to make it.
Okay. So if anybody's heard this, I'm just going to overlap a little bit. So Berg and bring you back, and they show you that there are a bunch of cages that have living flumps inside of them. And Berg explains that they need to first kill the flump before, doing things to it. So goes over and opens a door and grabs a flump out by its tentacle and then proceeds to smack it into the ground repeatedly until it is dead. After doing that, Berg then takes a knife and cuts all the tentacles, including the eye stalks, off of the flump, turning it into a meat disc with a mouth. Following that, he then skins it. Okay, there you are. He then skins it and cuts it into almost like pizza slices before chopping it up and cubing it, then breading it with with some breadcrumbs and egg and a little bit of paprika just for color before frying it and putting it onto a plate and then giving it to you and going, "Ta-da! Fried flump. A larder classic."
Oh. Got it all written down. Thank you so much for showing us that.
You welcome. 5 gold.
Oh, yeah, sure, here. I'm just gonna give him the 5 gold.
A
Okay.
finger too.
This was honestly the easiest one to get.
Yeah, because you rolled a nat 20 to identify the ingredients. I couldn't exactly do anything about that. So, all right. Besides, we got 31 of these. I'm okay if you burn through a couple of them quick. Okay, so you got the recipe for it, so you have it, and you had a halfway decent meal anyway, even though Kane's still eating deep gnome fingers.
So,
Kane, do you just want some bread to make finger sandwiches? Or are you okay just eating them like that, like carrots?
No, I'm okay just like this. I like it. I like them with the little crunchy.
Fair enough. All right, so you guys got the recipe for that, so you can head out to your next destination.
all right.
So,
So, Reaver is back, so he gets to pick a number.
yep, Reaver, pick any number between 1 and 31. I'm not going to keep listing all the numbers you can't pick. It's just easier to tell you if you got one or not.
Prue Bunny.
Honey?
12.
12. Okay, I don't think we've had 12 yet, so I think you're pretty safe on that. We have not had 12 yet. Okay, so again, this is not a dessert. We're having a dessert, like hiatus or something. All right. So for this one, you're going to the town of Finton. And this is kind of it's a town that's a little bit out of the country, but it's in between like a town and a city. It's not quite as big as Larder. It doesn't have as much industry. It's more built around kind of just normal average trade. There's some farms in the area, but nothing too exciting. Kind of just like your little cozy town.
Oh, well, this looks pleasant. This means it's going to have something awful.
I mean, it could be. All right, so the carriage rides into town, and again, it's kind of similar before. You have a dirt road leading into cobblestone, and a lot of smaller buildings. There's really nothing above like 2 stories in the entire town. But again, kind of just like your little hometown feel, like a little nook off in like rural Maine or something. Um, so yeah, so you guys are in the town. So are you gonna go ask around? Are you gonna go fuck around with people? Is Kane? Do you want to eat more people? Because you've eaten the fingers by now.
I guess let's go walk around, see what we can see if we can find any victims.
Roll me a search check.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Hey, you rolled a 1. You found a rat.
I'm just gonna pick it up and then just throw it at a random bystander.
Okay, roll dexterity. The rat is more confused at this point.
Understandable.
By the way, if you roll below a 5, it's going at somebody you know.
I was about
That
to
is a
say,
risk I'm willing to take.
if it goes to a 1, can he hit me?
He did not. He rolled a 16. Okay, so Kane, you've picked a pretty easy target for the most part. It appears to be a woman walking down the street with a rather large hairdo. And you aim the rat very carefully, and the rat flies in and gets stuck in her hair. It then immediately begins moving around. She freaks out. I'm going to roll a d20 to see how bad this gets. Not terribly bad, but bad enough. So she almost goes out into the street and gets hit by a wagon, but she pulls back at the last second and only gets her toe crushed. After that, the rat winds its way out of her hair and goes back into the darkness of the alleyway and the garbage. She is screaming, by the way, because her toes are broken.
I love a happy ending.
Okay, are you going to ask her about restaurants, or are you going to ask somebody else who's more coherent?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to like some other random person. You'd be like, "You seen this shit?"
Okay, you're going to go over to another halfling who's just kind of sitting there. Hey there, laddie, what are you doing? What happened there? That woman she's screaming, her toes crushed.
I honestly couldn't tell you, man. You know, some people just be out there wild, and you know.
This is true. So what brings a fellow halfling here?
Oh, you know, I'm looking for good restaurants. Actually, I'm like a foodie tour. You know,
Ooh,
any recommendations?
well, there is this place downtown. It's called Greg's Roastery. Delicious.
What are they known for?
The best roasted chicken around.
Roasted
That's all they
chicken.
make is roast chicken.
Oh, it's a one and done specialty kind of place, huh? I like
Oh,
it.
yeah, but it's good. You ever had a rotisserie chicken that's so succulent and addicting that you have to keep going back for more?
It's addictive too, huh? Yeah, you got my interest.
Well, if you
We'll
go
have to go check that
downtown,
place.
look for a little nook down Mulberry Street. You'll find it at the end.
You know what? I think I'm gonna go do that right now.
I'd
Appreciate
recommend.
the information.
A problem, laddie. I'm gonna go back to smoking me pipe.
Watch out for that weird red lady, though.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna keep walking. I'll keep walking. You take care of yourself, little man.
You too.
All right. So he goes off. So Kane, you have the existence of a restaurant at least.
All right, well, I know where we need to go. I'm gonna go over to everybody and be like, I got a new restaurant we gotta go to, and they got roasted chicken, and yeah,
All right, I'm down for it.
you know, I've heard some people say that rabbit tastes like chicken.
Don't start. I thought you only eat those human things.
Oh, I mean, I'm not talking about for me. I'm just saying in general.
You've already eaten duck buddy.
Yeah, I like my meals to be more screamy, you know.
I mean, you could have eaten a living duck bunny.
I mean, this is why I like him. He knows his limits.
Or does he?
Look, I don't
Okay.
trust you, redhead.
I only eat desserts. I'm the only one in this cart you could trust.
I trust the pig.
I mean, honestly, like people could be a
He'd
dessert
eat you if
depending
he
on how
had the
you look at it.
chance.
I don't have to worry about the robot. I got his off switch.
Robot, where?
I mean, the incredibly strong, large human.
Human, where?
What's on first?
That is fair, actually. None of you are technically playing humans. Oh wait a
The
minute,
only
no.
reason he doesn't give a shit about eating. No, wait, Kim.
Wait a minute, no. I thought was Candy a human or a half elf?
I'm a human.
Oh, I thought you were a half elf. Sorry.
We put no.
No.
What we did was we put elf ears on you so that he has no interest in eating you.
I think he would eat elves. He eats deep gnomes.
Yeah.
She's gonna give him diabetes. He's not willing to risk it.
That's probably accurate. Her blood's probably like 95% sugar at this point.
Yeah, it could be.
Like maple
All right.
syrup straight from the tap or some shit like that.
She's a blonde. Blondes taste gross.
Nope,
She's not
she's
a
a
blonde.
Turning
redhead.
into a cannibalism campaign.
Can we do a cannibalism campaign?
You're doing it.
Not when there's only one cannibal.
Yeah, but you guys are facilitating him, so it's. And honestly, I expect somebody else to eat people by the end of this, just for.
I
shits
mean,
and
I don't
giggles.
give a shit. I'll eat people. I'm a rabbit. I got no morals.
I'm pretty sure you don't have the ability to digest meat, but it doesn't really matter anyway.
Fantasy, fuck you.
Yeah, that also means you've been shitting like every 2
Pellets.
hours because all you've been eating is deep fried meat.
No, I get fruits and vegetables in between the trips on the road and stuff.
Yeah, but for those that day after, it's like when competitive eaters talk about how they smell like hot dogs for a week after an eating contest. Like you're
Ugh.
stuck on that toilet for a good part of the day.
Can we continue?
Yes, we can continue. All right,
What?
so you guys have gotten the location of Greg's Roastery, and so you guys traveled down with the halfling had directed Kane, and eventually you come to this area where it's a long street, and at the very end of the street it looks almost like it's not a shack, but it's just like a small house, and on the front of it there's a little sign above the door that says Greg's Roastery.
This looks like the place.
I'm gonna step up next to Kim's character and I'm gonna lean over next to her and say like really quietly,
What do you think an Ari tastes like?
An RE?
Yes,
Like a bird?
an Ari. It says here it is his roast Ari.
I'm just. Boo!
No, hold on. He's actually asking the pretty important questions.
No.
What is an
Can-
Ari?
Candy has to look at both of them now and says, I thought I was the dumb one here.
Dumb, I'll have you know that people can see me just fine.
Candy, I've just given up on them.
Uh,
As long as they can be good meat shields, I'm happy.
I'm gonna go back to Kane and I'm like,
You are the only one making sense here.
Oh gosh.
They've made friends.
It's because you and me, we get each other.
We're just both, Candy and I are just kind of watching them, and then just kind of looking at the pig who's shrugging too, like, whatever. Pig's on our side.
Pig will always be on our side.
It's a fancy word for human.
Well, maybe they'll serve human in there.
God, I sure hope so.
If not, you could always just, dump a human in the fryer. If the guy that runs this place turns out to be an asshole, we'll help you.
Especially if he's a perv.
You're not even the one that got perved on.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I like it.
Fair enough.
Wait a minute. It's a place that specializes in roasted chicken. What makes you think there's going to be a fry-later in there?
We'll find one.
Okay.
fryer
Also, I
oven.
swear to God, I thought you said fried chicken, so that's my bad.
No, it is roast chicken, like whole chickens, like something you get from like a Publix. But in like a down-home style, they only do this shit type place. So yeah, you guys are in front of there now. So do you want to go inside?
Yeah. Maybe they'll have, like, milkshakes for Candy.
Okay, so and Kane and Arch, you guys are also going in? Or
Oh,
Kane, are you gonna
hell
go
yeah.
people to eat? Okay, you're gonna go in? Okay, I didn't know if you're gonna find more people.
I'm
to eat.
gonna look at human, however you say it. So theoretically, if we shove like an entire chicken in your mouth, will it just come out bones, like a whole complete thing, or is it gonna come out in pieces?
He's gonna look around very quickly. How do you know this?
I know how to build you.
You are a witch woman.
We've been over this.
Oh, that's right. Oh, never mind.
We might need to check your memory later.
No, I'm pretty sure it's just because I'm high.
I didn't know you could get high.
Yo, the robot can fucking bake? Just like the
Robot,
oven.
where?
Oh shit, sorry, the human.
Ah, you mean me.
Yeah, human.
Where do you think
You
we stuck
my
our,
man, bro.
Where do you think we keep our green dragon?
Please.
Arch,
Wait, hold on. Wait, what is in my butt?
I didn't say it was in your butt.
Can it be in his butt?
let's roll a d20 and see if it's in his butt.
Just straight D20? Oh, I hope
16,
so.
it is indeed in his butt.
It's the best place to keep everything. That's why he's got so much cake in there.
I just
Also,
smell a
Art-
little nutty.
Also, Arch, by the way that you get fucked up is you stick a magnet to the side of your head.
Jesus. Fucking Bender.
Yep. All right.
So fucking awful.
So, you guys are going to enter into the roastery. So,
Yes, Candy happily prances in holding Maple.
okay, you
I
guys
do the
walk
exact
inside.
same prance.
You guys walk inside and you see a series. It's a small room. It's not really. There's like a couple of stools and stuff for if people do want to dine in. But this is mostly like a takeout place. And there's a counter, and then behind the counter is just a line of ovens with chickens on spits roasting inside of them, whole chickens. And behind the counter is an Eric Cochran.
Of course.
Well, I say, what do you want there, children? My name is Greg, and this is my roastery.
I demand that you tell me what an RE is.
And Arisa, I don't know what you're talking about.
I want this roast RE.
Boy, you about as sharp as a marble.
I am not a marble, I am a human.
Whatever floats your boat there, Cupcake.
A
Would
cupcake
like
would
to
be
see
lovely.
the meat.
You boys want some of my famous roasted chicken?
Yes.
All right,
Yes,
yes.
we got a couple flavors here. We got your traditional, which is just kind of like a like a mesquite style rub, and then a little bit of salt and pepper and some basting, that kind of thing. We got your lemon pepper next over here. In this one over here, we have the chef special roast chicken with our special secret dry rub.
How
Which
spicy
one
is it?
is the most unethical?
Oh, definitely the house special.
go for the house special.
Chef special, sorry, chef special. Chef special.
I'm in it. Let's do it.
All right, that'll be one gold.
Pay the man.
Fine. I'll give him 1 gold.
You give him one gold. He opens the oven, and with a set of very long forks, he takes one of the whole chickens off the spit, and then puts it in a little kind of container looking ceramic container, and then hands it over to you. There you go, sir, and you enjoy that now. You hear?
Thank you. Since no one else is gonna say it.
Well, I did not get anything. I am still waiting for my roast RE.
Yeah. He wants the roastery.
It's the chicken.
All right, hang on a second. Let me give you a roast Hang on a minute. I'll show you what it is. And he just takes out one of the normal, like the mesquite roasted chickens and just hands it to you and asks for 1 gold.
I absolutely. I like very slowly put it in his hand, and then I look at him before I release the coin. I look at him and I'm like,
Have you ever heard of taxes?
I knew that's where that was going.
Yeah.
You have heard of taxes? Okay.
and I just drop the coin, take the chicken.
Okay, you do that and you take the chicken.
Oh, I gotta reopen my thing.
And what can I do for the young lady and her stunning pig?
I guess. Do you have anything to drink with a chef special?
Hang on a second. We got some drinks under here. Let's see what they got for drinks. I'm going to roll a d20 to see how highbrow we're going here. Oh, that's a 2. Okay. He just takes out a glass and fills it up with water from the tap, which is not pleasant, and then puts it in front of you.
Thank you.
That'll be 5 silver.
So, but also a gold for the chef special, right?
Oh, are you getting a chicken for yourself as well?
For her pig.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you get that. All right. Yeah, sure. Okay, so yeah, you give him a gold and 5 silver. So the 5 silver for the dirty tap water and the 1 gold for the chicken.
Sweet.
Okay, well, what was that for?
The cooking, the knowledge on cooking.
Okay, well, you do have to eat it first before you.
Knowledge.
Yeah, I know. I was getting it ready.
Okay, so here's what happens. So you guys take the chickens out back to your carriage, and you decide to dine in. And as you, by the way, Arch, if you want to describe how he digests the chicken, go for it.
Yeah, it's 1,000,000% like he looks left and right, and when nobody's looking, he whips his head back, which pops open the beak mask that he's wearing. I don't know if I've explained this. He's in like a full suit of armor. That's like it's got like the 19th century knight or the like 19th Jesus 16th century knight beak armor. So it just flips up and he sticks the chicken in the hole. And it's like a garbage disposal, and then out comes clean bones.
And you just hear me go, I knew it!
You
Okay.
know nothing.
Okay, so you do that. Then as for the pig, the tap water is not overly pleasant, but it's enough to quench your thirst a little bit. The pig is definitely enjoying the chicken far more than you are enjoying the water. Kane, you got a chicken too as well. Did I believe you got the house special one, didn't you? Or the chef
Yes,
special?
sir.
Okay, so you and Purity both got the chef special. So you begin eating. Now, Kane, if you want to roll an intelligence check to discern what you're eating, that is true as well. Purity has already made her roll.
I have.
Oh,
that's-
yeah.
Okay, so you both are coming to the same conclusions. Actually, this makes a bit of sense for Kane, not because of the cannibal, but because of maybe being in prison. All right. So this is what you taste when you're tasting the chicken. So first of all, I will say this: the chicken is cooked perfectly. There is absolutely nothing wrong with the chicken. Then you're tasting the dry rub that was put on it, and it's got a little bit of it's got a zing to it. It's very interesting. So you can definitely taste salt. That's something that's in there. Paprika, which you think kind of again gives it sort of the color. You taste a little bit of a very rare ingredient that you don't see a whole lot used in dry rubs, which is gelatinous ooze extract. It's usually used a lot of the times for desserts, but it's a powdered substance. So he's used it in a dry rub format. Again, it's kind of like Jell-O. But there's something else that is interesting you. And that is something that feels almost like an urge. Like you need to have more of this. An almost unnatural urge.
Oh, I know what it is.
And also, you feel a significant increase in your physical energy. Like the amount of energy that you, not like an aura or any of that bullshit, but like just you feel like you want to go run somewhere. You also feel a strong attraction to the chicken.
I'm gonna start just like making out with the chicken.
You're borderline doing that. You're basically having an orgasm while you're eating it.
Yeah, dude, that's almost as good as people.
Yeah, it's drugs.
Can I cast a spell?
Please
What
do.
spell?
Well, it may do nothing, but she would think it would do something. She would use Identify M, which determines properties. If there's like magic properties at hand.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
So it doesn't say that there's any like roll or anything. It's just
Yeah,
tap.
it's probably just an automatic. So, yes, there is magic involved here.
Okay.
Does it say that it gives you specifics on that, or just that magic exists?
Let me double
Is it like
check.
what I basically mean? Is it like detect magic, where you know that the magic is there, but you don't necessarily know what it is, or is it something where you can identify specifics?
I think I just detect it, but I'm double checking real quick. Oh yeah, it says it determines the properties.
Okay, so that is specifics. Okay, you can tell that there was a spell used on this of charm person. So whatever was used in the basting process or in the dry rub process was imbued with a charm person spell, or it was cast on the chicken to begin with.
Cast magic on food?
It is an interesting time we live in, isn't it?
Future is now, old man.
I'm gonna use
So yeah,
purify food and drink.
I'm gonna share that with them. That since I'm the one who discovers that, it's like, so apparently this chicken has high charisma. It's
It
charming
has
all of
high
you.
charisma.
It's
Yeah,
charming
the
you.
guy's humping a chicken. I can figure that one out.
Well,
Maybe
it's
he just really likes spices.
Glad I had a small taste. I'm gonna purify food on everybody else's and let Kane just have his way.
Okay, purify food. All that does is just make sure there's not poison and shit
Oh,
in
I
it.
didn't know if it like dispels the magic too.
If
This
it's
spell
harmful
wouldn't
magic, if
dispel.
it's harmful magic, it might, but this is not harmful magic.
Okay, then never mind.
And also, if you did, it would be dispel magic or something along those lines that you
Okay.
would use to get rid of that.
This
Purify
is
food is
correct.
what Raka did because in the creature campaign, because of all the food I remember giving you guys, it was supposed to be laced with knockout drugs, and then he purified it and just ate the food normally because it no longer functioned. So it's tainting the food with poison or some other chemical. That's what it is used for.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess I'm making notes.
All right, so far you know that. There is one more ingredient though that you can't quite place. You've never really tasted it before.
You guys want to go ask him?
Oh goodness.
I
I
mean,
don't
We're
know
gonna.
if we should ask him. I want more chicken though.
well, if we find out, we can make the chicken for you, and you can eat him. We could turn him into a giant chicken to cook.
Can I
I
just
mean,
eat him anyway?
Yeah, but let's get the answers first.
So you guys are gonna go back inside and grill Greg of Greg's Roastery.
Yes.
Yep.
yes.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. We're gonna run in and we're gonna hold him up hostage, you know?
Okay, what are you gonna? Are you just gonna like hold them at knife point and try and like?
No, you see, I got my crossbow, so I'm just
Oh
gonna
yeah, I
run it.
forgot you have the heavy crossbow. God damn it. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
I
you're
got a
gonna hold them.
shotgun.
I forgot
What?
I gave you. I
You
forgot I
gave
let
me
you
a
have the shotgun.
sewed-off shotgun.
Didn't you steal that from somewhere?
I don't remember. Either way, I have it. Isn't that all
Okay.
that matters?
I have a rapier.
I mean, you can stab people. That's fine. All right. So you guys are gonna go back inside now. Kane, are you immediately just gonna aim the crossbow at him? Are you going to pull the trigger, or are you going to question him?
No, I'm gonna question him at least for a
Okay.
second.
All right. So you walk in and you hold up your crossbow as he turns around, like, "Oh, holy shit! What you doing there, little man?
Chicken was so fucking good.
I know it is. You want more, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get another one out of the oven for you. Okay.
We'll take the ingredients too on how you made it.
I'm sorry, but that's a secret.
How badly do you want to live?
Uh, all right, I'm gonna roll to see about his comprehension here. All right, he rolled a 19, so he's not phased. I will die for my chicken, sir. I will die for my chicken.
Shoot him in the arm.
Again, you could.
I'm gonna shoot him right in like the little joint where the arm and the elbow is. You know that little foldable part.
Okay, so you're gonna shoot him at the shoulder joint. That's fine. That is going to take an aim penalty of -2. You can roll to attack. That landed on the side. Reroll it. And it got better. Okay. You rolled an 18. So yeah, you shoot him right in the shoulder. Roll damage on that, by the way.
Four.
All right, 4 damage. All right, so you do 4 damage and you shoot a crossbow bolt right through his shoulder. And you go, oh, my shoulder! You bastard!
So we'll still not willing to tell us the secret because we can keep this up.
Well, we're gonna roll and see how strong-willed he is. Okay, no, he's broken. All right, I'll tell you how I do it. I'll tell you.
And then I'll heal you.
Just leave my store afterwards. I don't want your pity.
Okay, fine with me.
All right, so he explains the stuff that you already know. That the dry rub is made out of gelatinous ooze extract, salt, paprika, and I'll get to the mystery ingredient in a second. And he explains that the charm person spell is applied via the liquid that the chicken is basted with.
All right.
So that's how that is applied. The mystery ingredient is cocaine.
Called it. Called it.
And that is why they're very zoomy. By the way, your pig is very energetic right now. And it might be twitching a little bit.
Can I roll
So, yeah.
to see if my pig tries to go and eat some more stuff behind? Because it's probably not going to want us to just stand there.
Well, how's about this? Roll me since it's your pig, roll me a d20 and we'll see how motivated it is to get more chicken.
Okay.
He's not terribly motivated. He's more just examining the environment like a tweaker. Okay, so you have the ingredients for this, and you have just shot this man. I don't know what you want to do at this point.
I'm going to look at Kane's character. Should we leave him alive or should we kill him?
Kane.
Kane?
I'm sorry, what?
Should we keep him alive or should we kill him?
What good is he alive?
All yours.
Yeah, but I could eat him if he was dead too.
Would you like to kill him or would you like me to?
No, you can do it. I had the last guy.
Alrighty. Just gonna aim my gun at him.
You're a terrible bunny.
I
Yo, I threw a
know.
rat at somebody earlier.
This is basically a coup de grace. Roll me damage.
That'd be okay. Let me see what my damage is for that.
That's 11 damage. Are you aiming any place specific?
I'll go for the head.
Okay. You pop his head like a zit. His brains splatter all over his own ovens and then begin to cook.
All yours now. Put my gun away, get my gold back, and all the gold that was in the cash register, and head out. Back to the carriage.
By the way, if you'd like to, you can also steal all of his chicken.
Fuck yes, I could use that.
All right, get a bag of holding out. You just keep going down the line and emptying those off of the spits. So yeah, you got all of the mesquite, all of the lemon pepper, and all of the chef special.
There we go.
Should we take the ingredients too?
Good idea. I'll grab them as well.
All right, so you find a few bins underneath the counter labeled the various ingredients. Paprika, salt, gelatinous ooze extract, and a brick of cocaine. And then you also find a jug that is filled with the water that has been imbued with charm person.
I'm just gonna look at Candy. By the way, us rabbits get a little kill happy when we're on cocaine.
Good to know.
I'm going back to the carriage.
Okay, you guys can head back to the carriage as long as you leave in an orderly fashion. I feel like you'll be all right to not get caught by the guards immediately.
I want to do something before I leave the place.
Okay, what
Burn
would you
it?
like?
No, I want to leave a note that says something to the effect of getting my revenge for you making my family addicted and, you know, actually spelling out that he's using charm person. I do not mention the cocaine.
Okay, roll me a forgery check. I believe that exists in this. Is forgery, or am I thinking of something else?
There is a forgery, but I don't have any bonus in that.
Okay, well, technically you're trying to forge a document. Well, it's not really an official document. You're trying to forge like a note. So it would just be your base intelligence check. You don't have any intelligence? Oh
I'm
yeah, I
wearing
forgot. Your
a maid
intelligence is like an 8,
outfit.
isn't it?
No, my intelligence is an 11, but
Okay, so it just means you're rolling a straight d20 then. You're not going to get any modifiers.
yeah.
Should write it like a crackhead wrote it.
I mean,
What's the pig's intelligence? I'll let you roll
the
for it.
smarter of the group of the two.
Yeah, he would be rolling with a +1. Arch, you have that much in forgery?
Yes.
Dear God. Okay, well, Arch can, well, averagely forge the document, it appears.
It's just like a receipt paper coming out from the
Okay,
back.
roll for the pig then. He gets a +1.
well, I did. I got the 13.
No. That was to determine what his intelligence score is.
Oh,
1 through 20, because I didn't have it written down. All right, he rolled a 15, so yeah, he's definitely going to do the best job. So yeah, the pig forges the note for you.
Yes, I am running low on toner, it seems. I mean,
You need some
human ain't...
tuna? We can go to a fish market if you need some tuna.
Yes, tuna is what I said.
can you
I like
use blood
tuna
as
too.
human ink?
That is strangely specific, and yes, I have done this. No!
Well, then use the chicken. Drain
I mean,
him
we
of
got a
blood
few
and use
animals
that
we
as
can
your
use.
ink.
Yeah. There's a dead guy
Chicken
too that we
fucker.
could drain out a little bit.
I meant the chicken, and that's what I'm calling him.
Chicken fucker.
Calling Greg the chicken, the giant chicken.
Well, he now no longer has a head.
You still drain
So
the
he's,
blood
I
out
like.
of
so he's Mike the Headless Chicken?
him.
Kind of, yeah, I was, but now I don't have the ability to voice it.
I like how my character is literally the dumbest character, but she's the one trying to cover our tracks.
I'm on cocaine. I don't care. I'm just vibing in the carriage, eating the normal chicken.
The normal chicken.
All right. So yeah, you guys have definitely enough chicken to last you until whenever the next stop is going to be, and somebody can put up money, 300 bits on Twitch or the equivalency on YouTube to pick our next destination.
All right. So Ned, you get to pick the next number between
1 through 31. Pick one randomly. I will tell you if you come across one that we have already done.
Give him a minute.
God, each one of these episodes is going to be horrible.
Yeah.
This is going to be have to be like an in between, like a 1
30.
point, like 0.5 or something. Okay, we have. I'm pretty sure we haven't done that one yet. Okay, we have not done yet one. This is going to be interesting. Also, not a dessert. I swear to God, I'm not. Maybe they're doing this on purpose. I don't know. But actually, how many desserts do I have left on the list? 1, 2. Oh, technically, it's sweet. I'll count that as 3. 4. Yeah, again, that's sweet. I'll count that as 5. 6. Yeah, there's 6 desserts, basic. Well, there's 4 true desserts and 2 of them that are kind of desserts. All right, sorry, never mind. Sorry about that. There's another one on here that I missed too. So there's technically 5 true desserts that are left on the list, and 2 other things that are basically kind of similar. They're sort of sweet, but I wouldn't call them desserts. So yeah, somehow they have avoided picking any of those. So again, I guess we'll be backloaded. All right, so this one you are going to the city of Romkar.
Okay.
I don't believe anybody has ever been there in one of the campaigns. So, this is a town that is kind of like it's low. It's kind of in sort of almost like a swampy area. Think of like a Louisiana style vibe, like Creole type people. And they're just kind of all, in their vibe. And there's a lot of shacks and wooden structures and bridges and things like that. It's a wooden boardwalk and all the other stuff that's down there. So there's kind of a lot to look at. Again, it has that sort of like Creole Louisiana vibe, like Bourbon Street type thing going on. So you guys are riding in there with your carriage. And again, it's a decent sized town. Like I said, it's not it's not a massive city. It's smaller than the 2 places you've been previously this session. But again, just kind of that hometowny sort of vibe.
Oh, this place ain't so bad.
Why do they call it rom-com? It doesn't seem that romantic to me.
Listen here, you little shit. Puns are my business. I mean, oh, that was very good.
Just gonna look at him like, bro, really?
Ah,
Be nice.
Also, I will say that you've gotten here in record time because all Kane has been doing has been eating cocaine-laced chicken the entire time while he's driving.
Is he gonna be okay?
The come down might be an issue later on, but we'll see with rolls. Because yeah, Kane, you are devouring the last of that chicken as you're entering into the town, so there is no more of it left because you beheaded the person that made it. Unless you want to try making it yourself, but you also do not have any chickens.
I mean, I could make it. I've got mimic cooking.
Do you have a chicken?
Kane, what did you do with the guy's body?
I point at the goblin.
What did I do with his body? I don't know. Yeah, is anybody else who can't see through their left eye?
Okay, if you actually want to try it, I will have you roll a d20 to see if you're having a stroke.
Can I heal that? Can we heal a stroke?
If you get to
like
it fast
proper.
enough, I guess. It depends on what Kane rolls. Kane, roll me a d20. If you roll below a 10, you're having a stroke.
Oh.
Okay, you are not having a stroke, but you are going to have high blood pressure for a bit. So no, the sight in that eye will come back. Okay, so you guys have rode into town now on your carriage, and again, the town is made up of kind of like bumblefolk. Like, it's remember Cletus from the Portals of Pain campaign. This is kind of like where he would be, probably. A lot of redneck people, a lot of like really, really southern type of people.
All right, whose turn is it to ask questions?
I think it's your turn.
Rich has
You
done it,
guinea
Kane
pigs
has
better
done
not
it,
be
and Kim
fighting.
has done it. Yeah, it is your turn.
All right, fuck it. I'm gonna hop out, and go up to the first person I see.
All right, roll me a d20 to see who you find.
Is it a search or just a solid D20?
Just a solid d20. It's just to determine the caliber of person you're going to run into. All right. So you run into a man who's walking down the street. He's in a giant set of blue overalls, and looks like he's coming back from the store with some groceries. He's got some bread and bucket of like a basket of eggs and some shit. And you hop on up to him. Hey there, little rabbit person. What's up?
Hello, sir. Could you tell me what the best restaurant in town is?
Oh, well, that's a trick question, ma'am. There's only one restaurant in town. Actually, no, that place closed down like a month ago. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, it didn't close down. It moved. They put it outside the town because, they didn't want people stealing from the dumpster out back.
Well, that's weird.
It's good food. It's called the Dark Potluck.
Ooh. Could you give me directions, please?
Oh, if you just go follow that road there and keep following it for like 2 more miles, and then you're gonna come to a rock. Actually, no, sorry, you're gonna come to a rock that is specifically shaped like Robert De Niro's chin. And you're gonna look at that rock and you're gonna take a right. Now, don't stop at the rock that looks like an ass. Okay, that is not the rock that you want to stop at. You want to stop at the rock that looks like a butt chin. I know they're going to look similar, but you need to identify which one is the butt chin and which one is the butt rock. You take a ride at the butt rock, then you follow that for about 2 more miles. Then you're going to come to a swamp. You're going to stop. You're going to take a left. You're going to follow up the river bank, or the bank of the swamp there. Then you're going to come to a cave. Now, don't go near the cave, but throw something at the cave, because there's a basilisk in there, and he might turn your carriage to stone. Now, once you distract the basilisk, then you can continue on. And after you continue on from the basilisk, follow that road again for another 3 miles, and then you're going to come to Dark Potluck.
The fact you ad-libbed that entire thing.
Yeah, 100% actually. That was. I didn't have any of that.
I legitimately just kept quiet to see how much longer it would go.
I was definitely going to stop after like the third landmark. I wasn't going to carry that on too much farther.
I'm just writing the directions down. Thank you, sir.
You have a good day, little bunny person, and watch out for that basilisk.
Will do. Thank you. Bye. I'm gonna hop back over the carriage.
All right, so you follow. I want Kane. I need you to roll me a ride check to see how well you follow these directions.
Okay. Not very well.
No, you turned right at the butt rock. You didn't turn right at the butt chin rock. So now you're out in the middle of nowhere. You have gotten lost.
Yo, it smells like cheese out here.
Why did we let the guy on cocaine drive?
I
Does
have said
anybody?
it for years, floating dog.
Wolf? Question mark?
And the floating dog has a friend.
Just gonna look around and then look at him. Hey, human. You got a map built in there. Can I see it for a
Built
moment?
in where?
Just gonna lightly hit the side of him to make like. Can I make like a map show itself?
Roll me a d20.
Oh,
That is the
no.
one. He does not have a map function. Actually, ironically, when you actually hit the side of him to try and reveal a map, it actually just shoots more chicken bones in your face.
Ah, fuck! How do you have so many?
I have not gone to the bathroom in a long time.
I thought they put a map function in there. Shit. Ah, the queen was fucking wrong on that one.
Did he by
Indeed.
chance say what they served at that place?
No, but it's the only restaurant in town.
He did not say what they serve. He just said it is called dark potluck.
Drow food,
Now,
probably.
if I summon a monster, I can't communicate with that monster, correct? I can just command it.
I can.
What do you mean in terms of communication?
Like actual like ask it questions and give it more detailed
Uh,
things.
Well, that depends on what type of creature you're summoning. If you're summoning something that understands common, then yes, you could ask it questions or whatever if you wanted to. But if you're talking like, hey, I summon, for instance, a pig or a wolf or something like that, you can command it. But yeah, unless you know beast speak, you're not going to be able to communicate with it on a verbal level.
The rabbit knows bee speak.
Because I was gonna summon then a celestial dog.
Okay, I think celestial animals do understand. What is its
Actually,
intelligence usually?
yeah, it doesn't. It's not giving me like what its stats are. It's just
Yeah,
that
it's
its
small. It's
alignment
a
is
small
crazy.
magical beast, so resistance
Uh,
acts, resistance.
Said it was large.
Are you looking at 5e or 3.5?
3.5.
Hmm.
Isn't that what LG means? Large?
It should, yeah.
No, LG means lawful good.
Oh, yeah, right. That's alignment.
Oh,
Yeah, it means that's just it. That's why it takes commands. But
gotcha.
yeah, no. The size is usually listed as either small, medium, or but they usually list the whole word normally.
It's
Um,
either single initial or whole word.
yeah,
LG is exclusively lawful good.
it is a small size, which
Okay.
is the rough size of a normal dog. Think like a black lab.
Oh, okay. So not too small, but
Yeah, a normal sized dog.
okay.
But again, it has certain resistances and other things like that because of it being a celestial, and it also means you're summoning it from another plane of existence.
Then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna summon Halo, my celestial dog.
Okay, he appears. You can say that he takes whatever form you seem to choose in terms of aesthetically pleasing things.
Basically like a glowy German Shepherd.
Okay, that's fine. So he is
So,
there.
and you said I can speak to him, or will I
You
get?
can command him to do things, and as long as you know beast speak, you should be able to communicate with him.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn to my bunny friend and say, can we try and communicate with him to track down food?
Uh, okay. I
I
mean,
mean, dogs are really good at tracking.
Hey, dog.
The celestial dog turns toward you and begins to look. Hey, what do you want?
Do you smell like cooked food anywhere?
The dog begins to sniff around, and after a moment, it walks its way out of the carriage and begins looking around. I smell something good that way.
All right, you lead the way. Follow the dog carriage.
Yay! The dog then proceeds to run off in the direction where he smells things. Kane, you are told this by Purity. Do you wish to follow the dog?
I have told the horses, just in case.
Well, if they know what to do, then I'm just gonna stop driving. I'm gonna sit down.
Yeah,
Okay.
he needs a
All right.
moment.
So Kane, you're just gonna sit there and baste in your cocaine. Um, Also, by the way, you're extremely emotionally crestfallen because now the charm person spells are wearing off, and you realize that you are unloved. Um, the,
Aw.
so the horses follow the celestial dog as it leads you back to the correct path. You then proceed down the route that was described to you by the hillbilly until you reach a rather interesting building for something in the middle of like a swampy kind of foresty area. It's a large, it's almost like a hall. Like if you looked at like an old style like feasting hall, like it's a large building with a big door in the front, and up on top of it it says "The Dark Potluck" in purple painted letters.
Found it.
Good job, Haley.
Did good, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah. To everybody else but Purity, it simply sounds like
He wants you to pet him for doing good.
yeah.
Well, Candy just, gives him a hug and starts giving scritches behind the ear. Should we
It
take
feels
Halo
so
in to
good.
get food?
Yeah, you can go inside if you want. Is
What is
everybody going to go in, or is anybody going to stay outside?
I don't know, I'm heading in. This is weird.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey,
I'll
come
stay
on.
outside.
Is it because you think you're unloved?
Oh no, I love myself.
Oh, all right. Then come on. There might be
It,
interesting
it,
people to eat. Meet.
it makes sense for you to be a narcissist. Um, all right, so you guys are all going to head inside. So you head in, and as you're walking into the building, a female drow comes up to you in some scantily clad clothing, kind of like a Daisy Dukes type thing. Looks, well, would you like a seat?
Oh, yes, please.
Right this way. Party of four. Okay, we're gonna sit you down. So she leads you over to a table. The inside of the building is sort of set up where you have this large dining area with a lot of these round tables and stuff. Not booths or anything like that. It's set up like that. There's some environment stuff in there. There's a jukebox, a magic jukebox in the corner. There's a little bit of a dance floor, and then in the back is the kitchen area, which is kind of open. You can see majority of it. There's a storage area. It looks like it's behind that, but the area where they're cooking you can see, and they have these massive vats that are filled with different types of things that they're stirring around. You're not at the angle where you can see into it, but it smells amazing.
Ooh.
She then proceeds to give you all menus.
All right.
So you guys can search the menus to see if there's anything interesting that jumps out at you.
I will do that. If I...
17's not bad.
Why are you rolling with a +8?
We're doing a search, right?
Yeah, but you have a +8 to search?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh
okay.
yeah, not adding my
Um,
search.
All right, Kane and Arch, you guys will roll as well.
Mine's a 10, by the way, because I have +5.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so Kane, what do you get to that search check? Anything?
Oh, it's search? Oh, I thought it was just straight D20.
No.
Oh, well, my search is 9, so that's
Oh, that's a 15.
14.
Okay.
15.
Okay, so you rolled the second highest. So we'll go with Arch and Kim first because you guys are kind of similar in role. So you guys are looking through the menu. Uh, Kim, you find in the bottom of it there appears to be some sweet peach pie. And that seems to be the only dessert that appears to be palatable.
Well, looks like my decision's made.
Arch, you shove the menu in your mouth and make a copy of it before taking it back out again and then putting it back on the counter so you have a written record of it. You do have a photocopier in your throat, by the way. Um, and as for Purity and Kane, you guys both notice an item on the menu that definitely jumps out at you more than the other ones. And those would be potluck drider legs.
You want to try the drider legs?
Nah, I'm feeling something easy. Maybe a chicken salad.
Haven't you had enough chicken?
He,
I'll never have a fucking enough.
he is currently under the effects of a magical spell, so I don't know how much of a choice he has in this. I'm going to say there is chicken salad on there, just so we don't have to go through the process of you threatening somebody to get it and then making them get it.
You know me so well.
It's been like 6 years, man. God, if I didn't, I would have a problem. Um, so, this is what's going to happen. So the drow comes back in Scant, the Daisy Duke's drow. She comes back. What'll you have, honeys?
I'll try the drow leg or the drider legs.
Oh, that's our speciality. Very good. And what else do y'all want? The chick back there who has the little pig friend, the man who is putting a menu in his mouth, and the other man here who is in an orange jumpsuit. By the way, he has been wearing that the entire time.
We haven't gotten him a change of clothes.
He never said that he changed his clothes.
Probably need to buy him some new clothes.
That hasn't really been an issue thus far. I mean, there's a lot of people that wear orange in this universe.
True.
Well, I'll take the peach pie.
Oh, that's very nice. It's in season.
Oh, that's wonderful.
All right, so she takes down for your peach pie, and then she looks over to Hugh Man. And what do you want, honey?
He wants tuna. I remember. We were talking about that earlier.
He just opens his mouth for a second, and you hear the dial-up tone.
Did Arch
God
die?
He's contemplating.
Yes.
To which one?
I have no idea.
He's
Oh.
really stoned.
All right, honey, we'll just get you whatever they're having. So you're having the dried legs, and then what are you having, little halfling man? You say you want chicken salad?
Salad.
Okay, we can get you some chicken salad there. You want it in a sandwich, or you just want it on the plate?
You could get it as a sandwich?
That's how most people eat it, honey.
I want it as a sandwich.
Okay, we're gonna get you a chicken salad sandwich. All right, I'll be right back. You sit tight. So she leaves to go put in your food orders. Is there anything you guys want to do in the meantime, or do you want to just simply wait for your food? Again, you have both a dance floor and you also have the area where they are cooking.
Well, she's
Oh,
pleasant.
Candy's too dumb not to get up on the dance floor and put some music on and just randomly dance.
Okay, well we're gonna figure out exactly what you're gonna be putting on and taking off. So you're gonna go up to the jukebox. Now, according to the jukebox, because in my infinite amount of homebrew universe boredom, I have actually made music catalogs for some of the musical artists of this establishment. We're going to roll in terms of suckage, which one is the least shitty. So you can roll me a d20, and then I will choose accordingly from the discographies of our various musical talents. Okay, that is an 8, so we're talking mid-range. We're going to be doing the Goblin 5, which was Velnos's side group in the Bard campaign. So, hang on a second. I believe it is in the lore section. Is it in the lore section? Yes, it is. Okay. This is Goblin 5. This is their second album, TGF, straight out of Goblin Town, with My Goblin and My Also Bitches. So that's gonna be what you're dancing to. The dancing will most likely have to be accordingly, which means there will probably be twerking involved.
She's okay with that.
Fair enough. Roll me a performance check for the dance.
So just D20 and then
Well,
I
it's a performance check, so whatever you have in performance.
okay. So that plus. Yeah, the only performance I have is food presentation. So
Well, there is a general perform check that you do that just whatever your charisma score is gets added to that.
so 3 then.
Okay, so that's a 19. That's pretty good. All right, so yeah, you're doing a pretty good dance up there. You're getting a lot of people from the tables leading around, and other people on the dance floor kind of just joining in. It's turning into a bit of a mosh up there.
Oh gosh.
All right, the other people, while she's indisposed. Also, by the way, the pig is also moshing. It's perfectly cool with this. So Arch, Kane, and Purity, are you guys gonna do anything? Or are you just gonna sit there and wait for your food?
I'm just gonna wait
I
for
just
my
want my
food.
chicken salad.
All right, Arch, are you gonna do anything?
Yes, I'm gonna head over to Kim's character, Candy, on the dance floor and stand very awkwardly next to her and say, like, very clearly not dancing. And I'll say,
I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
I have been meaning to ask, why do you keep pre-food here with us?
It's alive. He's not food.
Yes, this is what I said. This pre-food is not currently food.
Well, he is my family.
You are part pig.
Adopted family, silly. And she's totally not even missing a step. She's just still dancing.
You rolled a 19, so yeah. All
I
right,
was not
so
aware
Arch,
one
you're gonna
could
keep
adopt
grilling
a
her.
pig.
So while that's happening, the waitress returns with your food. She'll leave Kim and Arch's food in their places when they come off the dance floor. Says, all right, here you go. Here's your food. So she gives Kane a plate that contains a fairly large chicken salad sandwich. Kane, I want you to roll me a d20 to see what the quality of the sandwich is. It is low quality, but you got a lot of it.
I'm just gonna start slurping it down.
All right, you do that. So now we're gonna go back. So the pie is left at Kim's spot, and then she has 2 plates of drider legs. Now, what this is, they don't actually bring you a plate. What they bring you is a pot. Now, is there anybody here? I know some of you do, but I'm just curious if all of you do. Do you know what a drider is?
Drider man.
Yeah.
Drider man.
Okay. So did anybody say no or yes?
I said no.
I
Okay.
said yes. I
Okay.
love
Kane,
driders.
Kane, do you know what a drider is?
No idea.
Praise loaf, you
Okay.
stupid bitch.
So what a drider is a half drow, half spider. And what they have done here is they have amputated the spider legs off of a drider, and they have boiled them in some form of broth that is laced with various herbs and spices. And they have served this to you actually basically in a pot. So the legs have been separated into segments, and they've been boiled in this pot. So you can eat them kind of like almost like a massive crawdad. Like you just suck the meat out of the spider leg.
I would have said crab legs, but okay.
Yeah, but they came off of a drow, which means they're spider legs. By definition, they have to be spider legs.
Yeah, fair point.
So yeah, so that's in front of you, so you can try that and see how that goes down.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back to the table and start eating as soon as I get back. I'm done with the conversation now.
It's just
All
been
right,
going on in a circle.
Okay. Purity or Arch, roll me a d20 to see what the quality of your drider legs is.
Ooh.
All right. Apparently, Arch got the better ones. He got the more tender ones, I guess, even though it's kind of wasted on the android.
Switch ya.
But
What? Sure. Okay.
Just
Okay.
grab hers.
all right, you guys now switch dishes. So Arch, you get the lower quality, while Purity, you get the higher quality. So it is delicious. If you want to roll knowledge to see what is inside of it, both of you can. Also, Kim, whenever you come back to the table, let me know, and you can roll for your pie.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll my knowledge. Damn it! It was almost a 20.
All right, so we have a 16 and a 13. So, what you're able to gather from this is there's some spices, they're giving it a little bit of a kick. So, there's salt, there's pepper. You can taste a little chili powder. There's some garlic powder mixed in there as well, or some kind of garlic. And then there's also, kind of this like, it's probably paprika because everybody in this continent puts paprika and stuff for some reason. It's like cilantro in California. But there is something in there that's given like a little like extra burn to it that you can't quite identify.
Hmm. Burn isn't spicy?
It's a thing. It's spicy, but it's not spicy in your traditional sense. It's kind of like the difference between chili spicy and wasabi spicy. It's a very different kind of spicy than what you're used to.
Oh, I like this. Alright. I think we should ask what the recipe has in it.
Okay. Do you want to hail over the waitress?
Yeah.
All right. You call over to Daisy Duke's drow, and she comes back over to you. What can I do for you, darling? You want seconds?
I was just curious, what exactly is in this?
Oh, that's the owner's special handmade family recipe. I'm sorry, and not even I know the answer to that. You'd have to talk to him.
Was
His
there any
name's
chance?
Salazar.
Is there any chance I could talk to him?
Well, he works back in the kitchen. Why don't I get him for you? Hang on a second.
Thanks so much.
All right, so she leaves, and she comes back several moments later with another drow, a male drow this time, and he comes up.
But also
Hello?
wearing Daisy Dukes.
Please, yes.
Yes, he is also wearing Daisy Dukes and no shirt, and he is very jacked. And he looks at you. Who's the person that wants to know about my potluck, dried legs?
I'd like to, please.
What do you want to know, little bunny person?
I'm just curious what the spice is that gives it a little bit of this zing.
Oh, that's a special drow secret.
Oh, no way you
We've
would
been
tell us.
we have been using it in cooking for generations.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm. I don't have a charm person. Where the fuck is Candy?
Well, actually, has started heading back to the table, hearing you ask him, and I was going to have her use detect thoughts because instinctively most people think the answer even if they don't say it.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen. So, Candy, you are going to come here, you stupid cat. So, Candy is going to come back to the table. However, because you have done such a good job dancing, you are actually coming back to the table in a Congo line along with the pig.
The pig's
So,
leading
as
it.
you get back to the table, you're in the lead of the Congo line. So, as you get back to the table, you kind of split off and let the Congo line keep going past the table and just let it get led by whatever guy has a lampshade on his head, because that's always how those things end. Um, After you've gotten back to the table, you're going to use detect thoughts on the drow.
Yeah.
All right, he's pretty goddamn stupid, but give me an intelligence check. As long as you don't roll below like a 2, I'll give it to you. All right, you rolled a 6, so you're able to hear his thoughts. So as you listen to his thoughts, you start to hear him say the list out loud in his head. He's like, "Oh man, she's never gonna guess that we use necro dust. That shit is amazing." Now,
So,
if you want to roll knowledge to see if you know what necro dust is, you will.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so basically, and what's your? Oh yeah, your intelligence is 0. Roll for the
Yeah.
pig.
Roll.
You guys are psychically linked. He hears the thoughts too.
Okay, Mr. Piggy apparently knows less than you. Um, all right, so necro dust you can only assume has something to do with necrotic magic. But you don't know exactly what it is. It could be anything from ground up zombie to just like an enchanted spell on spices.
Gotcha.
But it says involves something necrotic.
So I would like to, let me double check. Yes, I'm gonna try and bluff into this situation. I have a +8 in bluff.
Okay, what are you bluffing
Uh,
specifically?
so she's gonna kind of interrupt their conversation and say, "Oh, but we all know it's necro dust," but she says
Okay,
it quietly enough to only the our group could hear it.
hmm. So all right, so he looks over at you after you've said that. Well, some little lady has done some drow cooking before, haven't you?
Well, I do have a bit of experience with a lot of variety of food, but I was just curious what your particular take was on it.
Oh, we do pretty standard here. All you do is you take some normal coarse salt and you cast a necrotic spell on it, and that's what gives it that little bit of zing. It doesn't totally break down your mouth into undead flesh, but it gives you a little sizzle on the tongue, so to speak. Just enough to get you into the mood, but not enough to finish you off.
See,
That's
it's so smart.
We also use it to tenderize the meat on the inside. Driders have exoskeletons on their lower body. So, in order to get all those herbs and spices through that exterior shell that you're sucking on, well, we gotta use the necro powder because it makes it easier to tenderize the meat.
That makes perfect sense.
I knew it would. Now you enjoy your meal. You come back here.
Wait, you cut out for me.
You enjoy your meal, and you come back here.
Thank you.
That's very good. I'm gonna go back in the kitchen. Daisy, you take care of them. So Salazar goes back in the kitchen, and Daisy returns. Your bill is 10 gold
all
because the
right.
drider legs are rather large.
Yeah, we're gonna pay it. No problem. They get to live.
Fair enough. You're gonna leave the drow. You're gonna let the drows live. Kane, you have now also finished your chicken salad sandwich, which was basically just like a roll of bread that had been cut in half and stuffed with as much chicken salad as possible.
Sounds about right.
They're literally looking for a way to get rid of it.
I also order like a little, if they have something that's like just a hunk of meat, like steak or something, and give it to Halo.
Okay, so before that, actually, you need to roll to see how good your pie is.
Yes.
Okay, it's passable. It's not bad. It's a decently made peach pie, and it's filling. Um, as far as the meat goes, they do have a bunch of different kinds of meat, mostly swamp meat. So I mean, you're basically probably going to get like alligator or something. But they bring out some stuff for the pig, and it's a pig, so you know anything that's edible is usually okay. Um, so all right, so you guys have successfully gotten that recipe out of them. Does everybody want to keep going?
I will have to say no on that, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. So I think we can call it there. We've been to 3 places, which is decent for a stream.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're
So,
gonna.
yep, we can call it there. If anybody else has anybody else donated, or is it?
I think
Are
that's
we good on that?
everybody. Yeah, that's everybody for the donations for tonight.
Okay. So we haven't had any new ones. So next time when we start up, we'll ask for donations and see where the guys are going to go next. So far, we have gone through almost a third of the places that I have listed.
Nice.